Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels. Hey, good morning, and today I want to do something a little bit different. I'm going to shoot out this quick little video to answer some of your questions that we got on YouTube's under our comment section there. And the latest video that we produced was how we lost 50% of our retirement savings and that it came back. I want to thank the people that have replied and told us their stories on how they struggled through those times also, and what the challenges they felt. Thank you for replying, for all of you. We appreciate that very much. You know, another upcoming videos that we'll be having, I'm going to be doing two. I think it follows in this trend. One of them is how you can make 8.25% return on your money in Mexico, and I'll describe that to you. Also, I want to talk about a video that is called the 4% rule, where it shows you how to manage your money for 30 years that you can live off of your income, and I'll explain that in that video also. Okay, some of the questions that people had, one of them they were asking is it wise to ask a friend to invest your money? I don't recommend that. I think you want to look for somebody that is a financial advisor from a good brokerage company. We use Charles Schwab. They do a lot of help for us, and there's a lot of information on the different websites like Vanguard or T. Rowe Price, those type of companies. They're all good, and you can trust them. The other thing, somebody asked a question, they says, Jerry, it's a little confusing. You say that you can retire and live in Mexico on $600 a month, $700 a month, $800, $1,000, or whatever it is. And then on the other hand, you create a video and you say, hey, look, you need $1,600 a month to show the Mexican government that you can afford to live down here. This is confusing me, and it is confusing. I want to apologize for that on one hand, but I want to explain it to you on the other. And so what happens is, if you want to get a permanent visa or a temporary visa, then you have to show the Mexican government you have an income, a monthly income. And for our particular case, we had to show $1,650 each to apply for a temporary visa. But here is the way people are able to do that. If you get a 6-month visa, a tourist visa, and it will be good for 6 months, but the thing is, you have to go back every 6 months and renew it. But this is how they're doing it. You do not have to qualify for any amount of money to show the Mexican government that you have in your bank account. You can come in, you know, with no money, and they don't care in that regard. But so people down here are using that as a way of living on $600 under, you know, let's say $1,500 a month, something like that. So that's the way they get around that little go around. So people are living on very cheap. But the other thing I do want to mention, hey, it's 2018. Things are going up quite a bit. Mexico has become very popular, and so is Thailand, and so is Cambodia. Now, talking about Cambodia and Thailand, that was another question somebody asked us. They asked us, why did you choose Mexico? Well, we chose Mexico because it is close to the United States. It's easy to get back and forth. We love Cambodia, we love Thailand, we love Southeast Asia, but it takes us about 24 hours to fly over there. And that's not as convenient as living, you know, where it takes us, we can drive out of the country in a day, and we can fly out of here in like 3 hours. So that's why we chose Mexico. Cost of living in Mexico and those other countries are about the same if you're living on the same level. You can live quite a bit cheaper in Thailand and Cambodia than in Mexico, but we chose Mexico for that reason. So we visit those countries, but that was, you know, the reason why. Another person asked, they said, hey, their uncle comes down and he traveled and he got robbed 3 times and all this other stuff. Hey, Mexico is a large, large country, and maybe that did happen, and I'm sorry for that person. But Mexico, there's violence here, but overall, it's not what they portray on the news that you're watching and stuff. So We feel that Mexico is safe. We are happy living here. But on the other hand, we've made other videos. We're updating our content because some of our videos are like 4 years old. And so some of the rents in there, we're showing $350 a month. Today, they're not $350 a month. They are $500 a month. They're $550 a month. Maybe we have one in there for $450 a month. It's at $650 a month. So things have gone up here in Mexico. And so just like around the world, everything has gone up. So another person asked about our maid, and they wanted to know if they could come down and start a maid service down here. Well, the average worker down here, let's say that's a maid or carpenter, electrician, you know, a worker, stuff like that, they're making between $3 to $5 an hour, and that would be paying them very well. So we don't recommend for people that want to come down with that type of idea of making a living. It's not going to work very well for you. If you want to come down and you feel you can work off of the internet and stuff like that, that will work for you. Some people come down and they have massage businesses, they have yoga businesses, and they start to sell real estate. And again, those you need to apply, you need to have a permanent visa to legally work in Mexico. So another question that somebody asked us here about holding on to stocks and when do you sell and when do you hold on to them. Well, that sometimes is a difficult thing. And why did we hold on? We held on to our portfolio because we felt that the stocks that were in there and what we had invested in were good quality companies, and that we trusted that they would come back. And so Warren Buffett talks about that, as you know, that hold on to it. Well, they did come back. In fact, they did come back. They over doubled in price and stuff like that. So, but it was a scary time for us. We had to really adjust ourselves. You know, it took a few years for them to balance back out. And there was the panic, and there was a time that, hey, should we sell? You know, what should we do? We wanted to go into survival mode. We didn't want to lose everything, you know, and you know, kill the goose that lays the golden eggs. So we decided to hold on. You know, we trusted that our decision-making process was good and that the stocks that we chose. And so looking back on it, it paid out for us. So not always so. Back in the tech era, when different stocks, like the tech stocks went down, some people didn't make it back in that regard. So you can't, past performance, as they say, is not indicative to future gains. Well, I hope that answers some of your questions, and I'm just going to shoot this little video out to you as soon as I can right here. It's already running about 8 minutes. It's a little bit long, but I'll send it out to you. Hey, thanks. This is Jerry Brown with Jerry Brown Travels. Oh, yes, somebody did ask another question, and I do want to address that. They asked about a Patreon account. Well, we're going to launch a Patreon account. A Patreon account is something where maybe you feel that we give you value in our videos that we make for you, and that we're asking you to drop us a little tip in the tip jar. If you get good service from a restaurant, you would do that, and we're just asking you for that. Another lady commented on there, and she said, hey, don't give them any money. Think about a poor family and give it to them. And we recommend that also. We're only asking you if you feel you have received value from our videos, and it has saved you money, or it's giving you a direction you want to go in your life, and you feel that you would like to help us out by dropping a little tip in our Patreon account. And what it does is going to go for us to provide better videos, get better equipment, so we can produce better videos for you, so you can enjoy a higher quality videos. But we're not asking you to support our lifestyle, anything like that. And if you can afford it, drop a tip in there. If you can't, don't. And we're going to launch that video in an upcoming weeks here, or maybe it even may be days. So, hey, thank you for looking at our video here. Thank you for subscribing, and I hope this helps out. I may do these little things like that a little more often, so I can answer personally your questions directly to you on a timely manner. Hey, thank you very much. Adios. See you later.